Anarchists. Anarchists, I have to put in quotes. These are not anarchists. They're not real anarchists, because the only real anarchists are anarcho-capitalists. The only ones that really understand the non-initiation of force, the natural organization of society in the absence of a government, as opposed to these so-called anarchists, these non-proprietarian anarchists who are forcefully imposing their will on others and contrary to the very spirit of anarchism. And it's disgusting to see that the mainstream media allows them to get away with this. It would be like, it would be like me hosting orgies in street intersections as a matter of protest and saying, well, these are Christian protests. We're protesting to make sure that Christianity is taught in schools, and we're trying to discredit evolutionary theory by showing the divinity of human sexuality and the fact that we're fucking in the streets and we're not making monkeys. Obviously, we didn't come from monkeys. So, yes, we're a Christian protest. And the media going, yep, Christians protesting in the streets. I mean, it's the same thing when we see anarchists destroying property, rioting. When the media says they're anarchists, well, because they call themselves anarchists, it just shows how dumb most people in the mainstream media are, that they don't know better, that they don't at least call them out on this, because the very concept of destroying property, of destroying someone else's property, is a violation of the moral precepts of anarchy. The idea that there should be no rulers. Well, by imposing your will on others by force, by destroying property, you are essentially ruling them. You are taking charge of their property. And what is so sad is that not just, at least when the government steals your property, they pretend to put it to good use. Anarchists, so-called non-proprietarian anarchists, as we were seeing in San Francisco, instead want to destroy property. It's like they're worse than government. Yes, giving anarchy a bad name, giving people a bad name. But this is nothing new. Anarchists, the black bloc of the Occupy movement of so many leftist movements, the hardcore extremists who don't quite go to the logical conclusion of anarchism, but call themselves anarchists anyways, because they hate the system, because they're so angry, they're going to go and burn down Starbucks and smash windows. They're breaking, they're just attacking individual vehicles in San Francisco. What the fuck? This is just a disgrace to political activism. But somehow they get away with calling themselves anarchists thanks to the American mainstream media.